Hey, what up, world? What's poppin'? It's MCTK talking again. Here's another one. I'm just right here chilling and I'm having some good times. I'm having some good vibe. You know what I mean? So, anyway, I want us to discuss something very simple. Yeah, for those who believe in God, this is what I've got to say. Um, to me, God is not just a best friend. Okay, God is my best friend. I'm his best friend. But to me, he's more than just a best friend. To me, he is my father, and I consider myself his child or his son. And when I say I don't prefer mostly to say that God is my best friend. I prefer to say God is my father, and I consider myself his son. Because it's good, it's nice, it's important to it's important if God is your best friend and you're his best friend. But it's much more important if you consider God as your father and you his son, because come to think of it, a best friend and a son, come to think of it, you got best friends. Let's say you are a parent or you are a father. Yes, to those who are parents out there, I know you can relate with this. If you are a parent or a father, and you got your own cash in your account, and you got some investments here and there, right, left, and center. For example, maybe you have some piece of land and cash in your account and a number of things. You have your property in simple terms, right? So, and you also have best friends, right? And you got children, or you got sons and daughters, right? So when it comes to writing your will, the people who you're gonna write on your will, the people to inherit your wealth when you're done with this world, when you're gone, when you quint up your eye, and like if you die, that's what I mean. So who's gonna inherit your property? Is it your best friend or your children? So you'd rather let your best friend inherit your property at the expense of ignoring your children? And how sure are you, if you choose your best friend over your children, how sure are you that this best friend of yours will take care of your children when you quint up your eye, when you quint up, when you die, when you close your eyes and die, how sure are you that they're gonna take care of your best friend? Maybe they're gonna how sure are you that they're gonna take care of your child? Sorry, or your children. Maybe they'll be the first people to torture your children or your child, and insult them and say that you were stupid and silly to write them on their will, instead of writing your own children. So the best thing to do is that, me, I consider myself a child of God, a son of God, because sons will inherit. You see, it's good. It feels good to be. It feels good to be in a relationship. Like, it feels good to be a friend or a best friend of people who got high statuses in the society. It feels good to be a best friend of the executive directors, the CEOs, and the managers. It feels good to be a best friend of such high highly people in the society. But always remember, it's much more important to be a son. And if you're not the one of their sons, if you're not one among their children, you're not gonna get the same favors that his or her children are gonna get. You won't inherit their property. Their children are the ones to inherit their property. So to me, I prefer being a son. I prefer being a child to the Most High instead of just a best friend. Because if you're a child, if you're a son, you will inherit. Sons do inherit, but not best friends. As simple as that. So I'm gonna ask yourself. I'm gonna ask yourself. So go ahead and ask yourself. Sorry, go and ask yourself this question: Are you a son? Are you a child of God, or are you a son of God, or you're just a best friend? You'd rather not just be you'd rather just not be a best friend. You would rather be a son. You'd rather be a child. You'd rather be a child of God, son of God, and more than just a best friend. Because sons will inherit, but not best friends. Yeah, because that's for me too. Speaking me as a parent, I will not, before I think of writing a best friend on my will, First, the first person or the first people, my priority will be on my child or my children. I'm gonna put them on my will. They're gonna inherit my kingdom. They're gonna inherit my property and make a continuity of my kingdom. You know what I mean? So before you think of best friends, you're gonna consider your children. You're gonna consider your child. You know what I mean? So for me, I am a son of God and not just a best friend. I'm a best friend too, but I am more of a child. I am more of a son. Ladies and gents, as short as that, shortly and precise. You know what I mean? So keep it positive and be on good vibes every time. You know what I mean? Yeah, good vibe, good vibe. MCTK talking. Catch you on another one. Share it, like it, comment, subscribe if you haven't yet subscribed, and share with lots of friends. Tell your friends to tell their other friends to subscribe and all that. I mean, yeah, I'm gonna catch you on another one. Big up on yourself. Yeah, and I'm out of here. It's getting a little darker. Yeah, but the day has ended very well. Yeah.